What's up, everybody? Evan Carthy from evancarthy.com, September 19th, Monday, 2022. And we're going to go over the markets today to see what intraday trade setups there were and what I think is going to happen to them tomorrow for the markets. So starting off, S&P 500. Let's zone out real quick. We're going to go to the daily chart just to see the oversold, overbought indicator I look for. The money flow index down here at the bottom. You can see it was very close to hitting down here in the oversold territory, but then today we had a move up from it, so it doesn't look like it's going to go down, hit there for this last push down as of right now. And then the 4-hour chart, we are coming off it being the oversold down here. It is working its way up. So as I mentioned Friday last week, I do expect the market to get a push up this week for a bit. So we have seen that push here today go up. We'll see if we can get some fall through for the next day or two. And then if we do continue until about Wednesday, Thursday, if the market continues to go up, we'll hit this oversold territory, and then we'll start looking for eventually for the market to take a pause from moving up and dip back down again until we get out of the overbought indicator. Because as you can see, sometimes when it hits down here, I don't trade off this just when it hits it. It's just a good general rule of thumb of which way the market's going. Because as you can see, like right here, right when it touched down here to the oversold area right there, pretty much that day, these are 4-hour bars right here, price turned right up from it. But then look at this one right here. When price, let's see right there, so it's in it right there on this bar right here. That's when it first really went into the oversold territory. And look, it went for another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 bars. That's 48 hours before we had this move down before it finally went out of it. So over 2 days after it was in it, it finally broke up and went back down. And then I see right here, this is when it really first got in it, in this bar right here. You still had another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, about 12 bars before it's now finally starting to come out the oversold territory, which is first indicated about right there, and it's still below it from where it is right there. So that's why you can't trade with it just when it hits it. It's just a general rule of thumb about where the turning points would be for the market, the areas. So that's why I think we'll definitely go up. We'll still have room to run up here for later in this week. The ultimate indicator, the ultimate area I'm looking for it to end with for the trade I'm in right now would be around 4100. I think it's about 4108.50, right around there though, where that black line is. That's the target exit I'm looking for from this trade, because when price broke that yellow line right there, the initial exit I was looking for was the green line right here. But when the price goes down and broke that low right there, because this is a trade off of the 1-hour chart using the red semaphores right here, using that one, and that one. See, price energy broke out. The original target would have been somewhere on that green line when price goes up there and hits it. But when price comes and breaks below the red semaphore right there, then I move the exit down to where the initial breakout was. So that's where I have the exit right there. So still looking for movement more up for the upside over there. Looking at the trades for the S&P 500 today, there was a good one right here using that lower one, that one, and that one. So I did see this here in the morning, but by the time this thing really confirmed right here, because sometimes it is a lagging indicator and it doesn't get you in right when all the trades happen, it already taken up after it already gone up out of this right here, and so there's no way I'm going to chase that up there. But went up there and hit that, no problem. You'll notice I do have a blue line on there as well, because one thing I'm looking at is, see the way I have the lines set up. The yellow area is 0.236 Fibonacci. The green line, which is the exit, is the 1.618, and then the top one is the 6.85, which is another Fibonacci extension level up there. So notice that it does a lot of times go up here than 6.85 as well. So I'm just watching that level to see if that could be, because if that's going to be a level, then that's a way greater profit target than the 1.681 right there. So that's one thing I'm looking at right now. But anyways, went up there and hit that one, so that one got hit for that one. And so other than that, there really wasn't a whole lot for S&P 500. There's one other trade right here using the whites. And remember, if you have a red semaphore, then you also have to have a white, because the whites are level 2, the reds are level 1, and so the white ones, you have to have a white. It goes from level 3, level 2 to level 1. Level 3 I don't even have on here because it's just too much junk on there. So you can go white, white, red, which is really white, 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 since there's a white underneath the red right there. So it broke out, hit it up right there. You can see the blue line went up there and hit it right there as well for that one. So that's what we're looking at here for S&P 500. Still looking for more movement to the upside. Then if you use the 15-minute chart right here, there's another pretty decent trade. Pretty much the same one as the 5-minute chart. But anyways, going over to the Russell 2000. As far as intraday goes, again, this would have been a hard one to get into right here. Really wasn't even looking at it because, I mean, look how narrow it is here, even on the 5-minute chart. So now I'm worried about that one. Same thing here, using the overbought, oversold indicator, coming out of the oversold territory on the 4-hour chart. Daily chart, since today was an up day, it reversed, never hit back down in there. And then outside of that, that's basically, let's look at this one right here and see if this is actually trade, or if this is already been, I think it's already been completed. Yeah, that's already been completed using those reds right there. I already hit that. And then, oh, look at that, ticked right off the blue line right there to finish out the day with that. So it's interesting. So I'm definitely going to keep an eye on that blue level and see how well price, when it breaks out of here, using like the same steps with the red semaphores, see if maybe the blue one should be the target. So we'll see about that. Then for oil, we'll go ahead and go to oil here today. We'll go over the overbought, oversold, middle of nowhere's land, no man's land for the daily chart. 4-hour chart down here again, middle of no man's land, so nothing going on that can tell us about that. Now this has set up, this is a short trade I will be looking at getting in if price does come down and get into it. So we have the white, there's a red white, which I said earlier, to have a red you have to have a white. So if this remains the high right here and doesn't move, and the price comes down and breaks below this line right here, I'll be looking to short it if I can get in at a good entry, and the initial exit will be somewhere on the green line wherever price goes down and hits that. But as you can see how this thing is right here, if this stays right here, and this is a solid one, sometimes it does move if there is another high out there, which is fine. But if this thing's solid and price continues to move up, then I'll nix this trade, because I don't use this trade if the high or low, depending on which side it's on, is already set. Price goes down a little bit, doesn't break out down here, but then goes and makes a new high and keeps that one right there. So just one thing to look out for. But that is one I am looking out for to see if that one is going into tomorrow. If we do have a down day for crude oil for that as well. And I think for the red semaphores right here, I believe this one was already done from, or yeah, already way done from earlier in the day. So that's it from crude oil. Oh yeah, another one I'm looking at for a longer term long would be, I'm waiting for whenever a red one gets filled down here, which really wouldn't matter, it's already broken out for it. So yeah, the only last thing to mention about crude oil is still waiting for this to go up here and get hit. We've been waiting for this since last week. Price came and broke out right there, never hit the 1.618 target line we're looking for, and then it has just sold off. So we're just waiting for this one to go over here and get filled, this one here, which you know, if we have another update tomorrow, then we'll definitely get filled that one right there. Lastly, looking at the Dow Jones, we'll go to the overbought, oversold indicator. It's coming off the just like the ES 500 or SP 500 in the Russell 2000, coming off being oversold. Never hit the overbought level for the daily chart. Coming off the oversold level, just like those other two, SP 500 and Russell 2000. So expecting a little bit more move side up before it gets into the oversold territory. And again, pretty much the same setup as SP 500. It initially was on the 1-hour chart. Yeah, so this is on 1-hour chart using the white semaphores. Price broke out. Initial exit was the green line right up here, but price came back down, broke that low right there, and that made the exit. I moved it down to where the breakout was. That's where the black line is. That's where, for this trade, which I'm not in, unfortunately, either on options either. If we get a down day tomorrow, I'll look at using some options to get in this trade up here. And so yeah, looking for that one. Then in the intraday charts right here, one setup looking for is a short side trade using the red semaphores right here. There's the red dot, potential red dot up here. I did have it over here today and was looking at that. But I believe I said in my midday video, I did a streaming video midday today during lunchtime, that I expected actually price to go and create a new high. Whereas, yeah, here is lunchtime, right about here, 12 o'clock my time, and I said I expect actually price to come up and make a new high, because normally when you see that you have these two red semaphores right there, and then you're looking for a third one, but it hasn't been created, and price started breaking down into it. A lot of times it's a fake, or a lot of times I see it's a fake signal, and price isn't going to keep on moving down right here. It's actually going to reverse up, create a new high, and this is actually what happened for the close of the market today. So just waiting on the red semaphore to get filled right there. When that happens, then I will be looking for a price to break out of the yellow line to the bottom side right there, get in and look to short it down to the green line right there. So those are the markets today for September 19th. Take care. Talk to you later. Bye.